and a very good afternoon to you. And I hope you're all having a great Sunday out there. Most of you would have been in lockdown and spending a wonderful quality time with your family and friends. I hope so. Welcome to yet another episode of Ankahi Bate Teri. So, I'm sure some of you would have watched my last IGTV and you'd have seen me doing my first storytelling on closures and I had this funny incident and the story which was written, and it was a real life story, by the way. Real life story, as in the story was not so real, but the character Radhika, about whom some of you asked, um, she's a real character. And but then the story has a twist to it as well. So I thought it will be a good thing if I pick up that story and tell you about it, about Radhika and what happened to her, and maybe a couple of storytelling sessions. Um, so here we go. Uh, so as we know in the last storytelling that Kunal was in love with Radhika, Seema was in love with Kunal, and what happened to Radhika then? Who was Radhika in love with? So let's see. Current. Mom, hello, you there? I'm home. Radhika sighed. Time to get up. Shawnee was back from college. She glanced across the room to where the big grandfather clock hung. 3 o'clock. Oh my god, I haven't had lunch till now. Anand would have killed me if he knew, she muttered. Suddenly, tears came to the corner of her eyes. Anand. The name began to bring back memories. The years began to flash by her, the childhood period, the turbulent marriage years, her rise to an inevitable position in her job, birth of her two beautiful babies, and Anand. Radhika threw herself in bed, crying inconsolably. Anand, damn you, man. Why do you have to be so nice to me? So good. I love you so much, sweetheart. Please, where can I find you? Mom, I have my tuitions. Radhika got up wiping her tears. No use, she knew. Anand will never come back. He had said so. And she knew Anand always kept his promises. Flashback. The golden childhood. Radhika was born and brought up in a small township in the industrial city of Jamshedpur, always known as Tata Steel City. Youngest of two children, she was the twinkle of the eyes of her family and her neighborhood. She was not a conventional good looking girl. She was very average. She was slightly plump, but with always a smiling face. She was always known as the smiling girl, and she was always adored by all. It was here when she fell in love. A family picnic was arranged by her parents among a small group of close family friends. She had barely entered into her teens. It was that February morning that she chanced upon him. She was sitting on the ledge in front of her house, watching everything being prepared and packed into the different cars. Suddenly, her eye caught a young, slim boy coming down the road. Anand. His appearance struck a chord that made her stare open mouthed as he slowly walked down the road towards the party. All through the party, she yearned to be near him, to talk to him. She was trying to find ways to be around him, and yet she was too shy to go and directly talk to him. From that day, he was like an obsession to her. She would write innumerable letters to him and tear them. In her heart, she feared rejection. Gradually, as the years progressed, her love for him grew. Radhika was in maybe class 6 at that point in time when this incident happened. The acceptance. By the time she was in her college, Radhika knew her whole world revolved around the acceptance of only one person, her Anand. And when the time came, she was hardly prepared for it. When she was in her first year in college, the marriage of her closest neighbor, Sanjay, was fixed in the month of Feb. Everyone was invited, and everyone was supposed to go to Mumbai for the marriage ceremony. Radhika arrived with her parents eager to attend this wedding. In the back of her mind, she knew Anand will not be present there. Anand was supposed to be in his hostel back in Calcutta. Anand was pursuing doctor in one of the prestigious college in Calcutta. The moment she stepped into the premises of the wedding venue, her heart went cold. There he was, sitting nonchalantly in the chair. The moment her eyes chanced upon him once again, she fled the scene. But by the end of the wedding ceremony, she had come to know that Anand had also fallen for her. She could hardly believe her luck. It took her time to settle in. Years of her love, years of her praying, years of her being mesmerized and falling in love with Anand over and over again had finally paid off. The first kiss they shared on the third day of the wedding took her so much by surprise that instead of reciprocating, she fled from the spot. So, what happens next is intriguing. The stormy clouds. Upon returning from the marriage, Radhika knew in her heart that both she and Anand were in love with each other. Every night, she used to dream about their future. Together, a small happy family, a home built on the foundations of love, a secure future. But fate had other tricks up his sleeve. Parents of both families thought that they were just children, they were still very young, and it was just a passing moment for both of them. Radhika was very concerned about those facts. In her heart, she yearned for Anand, but on the other hand, she felt if their love was to survive, she had to make Anand stand in life. So one day she called Anand to meet her in the park. She faced Anand and she said, "Wait for 6 years. Then you will have me." Anand took one look at her. The pain was evident in his face. "Okay," he said. And then he was gone. So what happens next? Do they wait for 6 years to meet again? Does Radhika still continue loving Anand, and does Anand has the patience of waiting for her for 6 years? Will this love story finally end up in a happy ending, or there will be a twist to it? Rest of it I'll be telling in my next episode. Thank you for listening to me, and have a great day ahead. Take care. Bye bye. And this is me, Ankahi, signing out.